What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Branded Dude, we have a new replay. Post Alliance Insight is now officially here. So yeah, there has been a little change I've made to the deck. So I tried to keep it, not to 60. But you'll see that from 50 I have just added additional 5 cards to my deck list. The only thing is, we've obviously added Dragon's Mind. This trap, I'm not sure if this is a trap we should be playing at 3. I know some of you people have said, now the Dragon's Mind here, we could play grass, mill it, use its effect to set itself back, but I don't know, is it worth playing 60 card grass? Bricking can be an issue, or is it worth just playing 50, go for grass, see if you can mill something there? I don't know. I didn't really feel like going back to grass or putting grass inside. The only reason is because I am main decking the Mochami full loss as well. So I don't know if grass is going to be something I want to play, but we are playing the one Dragon's Mind. Side deck I did add Mules as well as Perelia. Mules because Malice is insane. I don't know if you guys saw the recent YCS, I think it was YCS Providence, if I'm saying the right thing, but Malice was all over the place. Raju was there, Raju Mitsurugi itself, Fiendsmith, yeah, it was sort of there as well. But Malice, guys, Malice is crazy, and Mules, I think that's one, besides Lancia of course, but Mules honestly should be another hand trap I should play against him. So yeah, I did also decide to add Gurura to my X deck as well as a super poly target, because Mitsurugi build, honestly, Gurura is pretty strong, just being able to break the board with super poly, and against Malice this also comes up. So yeah, same standard build. The only difference is we had 3 nowadays. Now we're playing 3 bestial rebellions. We added the one Jerusalem because of the high bestial count, and as well as the Dragon's Mind as well. So that's added there. Didn't want to go to 60. I'm not sure what I would fill it up with, but we try to keep it less, not to increase the deck count, so that we're able to to see 4 laws, and also to see the other cards that we'll need. So yeah, same boat. Still the one Mirror Jade. Yes, I've been playing a few duels, and honestly one Mirror Jade has been off fine. So yeah, let's hop on straight into the duel. Alright guys, this duel we are going up against Kashtira, Dragon Rulers. I'm not sure there was Fiendsmith in here, I'm not exactly sure, but it's basically no, there is no Fiends, but it's Kashtira, Dragon Rulers. So yeah, Dragon Rulers definitely got some support. They got how many XYZ monsters? 2, 3, I think. 2 or 3, I'm not sure. But yeah, good. They got some support, and so Dragon Rulers is kind of a deck that maybe we might see a little bit. We didn't see it. I think there was a Dragon Ruler deck in one of the feature matches at the YCS Providence, but yeah, Dragon Rulers is here. So you'll see that we open Thrust, Opening, Cartesia, Lost, and Quem. So yeah, I think we are going second here. Opponent opened Rise Heart, Unicorn, Red Rose Dragon, the Spectral Dragon Ruler Flickers. I'm not sure if this is a new support. I think this is one of the new support they got. And Infinite Impermanence. Sorry if this isn't, guys, listen, I'm not really a Dragon Rulers person, but yeah, I think this is one of the new supports as well. So yeah, the opponent starts off with summoning Unicorn. So Unicorn is going to be detrimental to us because we are only playing one merger. So Unicorn effects here searches for birth, and then his normal summons the what's his name, Red Rose Dragon, and Synchro Summon to go into the Arms of Genix Return 0. So this one basically it's a monster negate for specific attributes, but here on res he will go Red Rose Dragon, which will allow him to add special summon Rocks Rose Dragon from the deck. Here is another tuner. Red Rocks Dragon will add him another Red Rose Dragon from deck to hand. And then he's going to go Spectral, discard itself, and Red Rose to add Tempest, Dragon Ruler of Storms, as well as Burner, Dragon Ruler of Sparks. So yeah, some Dragon Ruler plays. Activates Birth, goes Burner effect, discarding itself and Tempest. Here it special summons the, what's his name again, Blaster from the deck. And then here he Synchrosoft goes into Dissipator. He then activates Tempest effect, where it banishes Unicorn and Red Rose to summon itself. Goes Dissipator to reborn the Red Rose from the banishment, so now he can link off into Striker Dragon. Then goes Blast effect, banishing, I think he banishes banishes Burner as well as the other Red Rose. And then special summon itself, so he has 2 level 7. I think these are level 7s, right? 2, 4, 6, yeah, level 7 bodies on the field. Then overlays goes into the new Dragon Ruler Chasma. Chasma, Dragon Ruler of Aurora. So this one is basically a quick effect, send one level 7 Dragon Ruler from deck to grave and detach a material, then basically copy its effect. So yeah, quick effect, pretty decent. Also has a nice effect when it's destroyed by battle or card effects, just to reborn a Dragon Ruler from grave or banishment. So yeah, here he's attempting to use the effect, so he detaches and then he sends Redox to the graveyard, and then with this he's going to reborn the Roxrose Dragon. I'm not sure that is its effect, right? You can special on this card during end phase, you can discard and one earth, target one earth monster in your grave, special summon that target. So yeah, wait a minute, is this supposed to be an earth monster? I think he notices here it was a mistake. No, he doesn't. So that was a slight misplay there, right? Yeah, that was a misplay. It was supposed to be an earth monster here. Target one. Oh no, sorry. Target one monster in your grave. I special summon it. Sorry, my bad. I read it wrong, guys. So yeah, never mind. That was good. So he reborn the Roxrose and then links off into Seals. Goes Birth, summons the Unicorn, and here he will set Imperm and simply pass. So yeah, this is quite a bot. So we have Arms of Genex, which basically can negate a dark, earth, a fire, a light. Yeah, but dark and light is the main thing to worry about here for us. Dissipator, Unicorn to banish, Chasma, which can basically copy. I'm not sure what, maybe it can be a pop, a reborn, who knows. Seals, bounce, and also summon from the deck. I'm not sure, maybe just a Dragon Ruler card itself, and Birth to banish 3 cards and Imperm. So yeah, we have quite a bit to deal with. So we draw for turn and we draw into Serenia. So nothing to do much in draw phase. So enter main phase, activate opening, knowing that this will make us vulnerable to Birth. This resolves, so we send Serenia. On res, it will be Chainlink 1, Aluba, Chainlink to Serenia, chain blocking, so Dissipator doesn't negate, but no, to negate it needs to shuffle back one of our cards. So never mind, just Chainlink 1, Chainlink 2. Here, on res, our opponent doesn't go Imperm, so we add Aluba, send Retribution. On res, though, my opponent is going to go Unicorn, and here he is going to banish the one and only Merge that we are playing. So yeah, we don't have a Merge anymore, guys. So let's see, what do? We go Thrust. Search your talents because we can. Then here, obviously, we need to go talents to take. Oh, on res, sorry, he goes Birth, attempting to banish all 3 except Thrust. So Retribution, Serenia, and Opening. But then I just chain Retribution, just that Opening, so that it's not banished face down. And also, I guess, extra card to discard. On res, we go talents. Now here we go talents to take, because this card, honestly, yeah, Dissipator, Genex, and all of this is a bit troublesome, so I decide to go to take just to break the board a little bit further. So here we decide to take Dissipator. Now, because the reason why we take Dissipator is because if my opponent activates a monster effect, sure, even though we could, theoretically shuffle back Merge to destroy our opponent's monster that's activated in effect, it can still get negated, but it is literally worth a try, just being able to shuffle back our Merge. So we take the Dissipator. On res, my opponent is going to go Chasma, using its effect. So here he's going to send the Blaster Dragon. Blaster Dragon. So, sorry for the weird pause there. Blaster Dragon, so just to copy its effect, which will basically pop. So here I just chain Dissipator at this moment just to see if we get lucky with shuffling back Merge, but opponent is going to negate and destroy this with the Arms Genex, so Dissipator does get destroyed. Now here on res, my opponent, I don't know, he wasn't sure if Chasma will be able to still pop because of whole, the costing of targeting a card. I told him he could, but he decided he didn't want to, so because we were not going to be not going to also call a judge, we just kept playing on. So I'm pretty sure this should have resolved, popped a card, because Blaster does say you technically target a card on the field and destroy it. This, you copying the effect, so you don't really basically you still need to target a loop and pop it, but I don't know, he was confused. We were not calling a judge, so we just carried on playing. So yeah, I'm pretty confident Luba should have been destroyed, but moving on. So we normal summon Cartesia, enter battle phase, declare an attack, which our opponent will chain Seals to bounce Cartesia, and then Seals will reborn, special summon Tempest from the grave. But this is good for us because if Albaz enters the graveyard, we can still special summon Cartesia from hand. So we did use our normal summon. Main phase 2, we go Branded Lost and go Branded Fusion, and luckily for us, no Ash Blossom, so we are going full combo. So not full combo, we don't have Merge. Send Albaz and Rebellion into Albion. On res, I do believe, yeah, we do go Albion, Channeling 1, Channeling 2 lost. Add Albion, Destrited, because remember, we're going to need to put on Arbaz and Graves so that Cartesia can summon itself. Also, yeah, we did normal summon. So we banish the, sorry, that was the plan originally, but we're not doing that. So we send, banish Lubellion and, what's his name, Albion. Going to Chaos Starsos to pop Gen X as well as Birth, because I don't want Birth helping my opponent to recycle his Kashtira monsters. We then, so yeah, there I forgot that I banished Rebellion, but we still have an Albaz and Grape, so we can special summon Cartesia, and then we will attempt to use Cartesia effect, to which our opponent will negate with Imperm. So yeah, unfortunately we can't get Albion into the graveyard. Then set opening and we proceed to end phase. End phase Tempest effect will just add itself to hand, and my opponent draws, returning draws into Ash Blossom. Enters main phase, goes Unicorn. So here we realize, okay, he's playing more than one Birth in his deck, which is kind of annoying, but moving on. My opponent then links off into SP effect here to banish Branded Lost, to which we will chain Cartesia to Fusion. Here the opponent does go SP as well, targeting Cartesia and itself, so that is totally fine. We let that resolve. Yeah, we don't do anything here, so banish and then fusion away all three of our monsters to go into Proskinion. I could have went into Lad. I really could have went into Lad, but I decided to go into Proskinion because then we'll be able to steal our opponent's Dissipator, destroy our opponent's monster effect by shuffling back the Merger. You know, I decided to prioritize that over rather summoning Lad just to get 3 Omni negates. So yeah, I decided to go for Proskinion instead. On res, we are going to go effect to steal Dissipator, and luckily for us, we still do have Albion in graveyard, you know, if it survives till the end phase. But moving on, opponent activates Birth to Reborn, Unicorn, and here my opponent is going to go, what's his name, Spectral, is that the name? Yeah, Spectral, banishing itself. So basically here he will be able to reborn the Xyz monster, the Chasma Xyz monster from graveyard. To this, yeah, we allow that to resolve because, you know, it's not doing much. Then go Blast effect, where I believe, yeah, if it's banished, you can add one Fire Dragon monster from deck to hand. So that we also do not do anything. We allow that to resolve. Adds a Blaster. Wait, can he add a Blaster itself? You can, yeah, basically, yeah. He then goes Redox effect, banishing 2 to reborn itself. We allow that to resolve as well. Normal summon Tempest because Birth is on the field, which is crazy. Overlay, go into the new Dragon Ruler card, Eclipse, Dragon Ruler of Catastrophes. So here, he then goes, it's on summon effect to basically target a level 4 lower Dragon Ruler monster in your grave, or banishment, then special summon a level 7 that mentions it, whatever. The whole point is, you know, it was a lot, but then he had no target there apparently. Didn't really sit to see if it was true. I think he really didn't have a target, but yeah, overlays into that. And then he's then going to go Rizard. Now for Rizard, I decide, okay, this I'm going to destroy, shuffling back Mergate. We shuffle back Mergate, destroy this. I don't want to give him too many level 7 bodies onto his field. So yeah, banish that, and then on res, my opponent is going to go Unicorn, again banish the Mergate. So yeah, you know, we tried. Opponent then overlays into the new Dragon Ruler card, Disaster, Dragon Ruler of all Apocalypse, which is crazy because on summon, he can target up to 4 level 7 Dragon Ruler monsters in grave or banish, attach it to them, and then banishes all monsters from our field and grave with the same attribute. So basically, he's going to banish Wind, Earth, Light, and a Dark. I believe there should be a Dark here. Yeah, Dark. So basically, we all Lights and Darks in my field and grave. Gets rid of everything, all monsters on my field and grave. So yeah, absolutely insane. The other thing is this bad boy gets 4,600 attack and defense as well. It gains and it's unaffected. So yeah, I had no out to that, so we simply scoop. Absolutely insane, crazy, no out to that. So we go to game number 2. Game number 2, you'll see that we open the Rebellion, Sanctum, Super Poly, White, and Dragon's Mind. Opponent opens Basil, Rocks Rose, Tempest, Nibiru, as well as Red Rose. So yeah, we are going first, obviously, against Dragon Rulers. Land Seal or preventing your opponent from being able to banish will really put you in a good spot. So main phase, we activate Rebellion, add Magnamut, and then here I decide to set we set the Sanctum, we set Dragon's Mind and Super Poly, and proceed to pass our turn. So Super Poly can help because we have Chaos Star Source, Dragon's Mind, you know, hopefully we will be able to use this, and as well as Sanctum, you know, Lancia, and we'll be Gucci. So also in this deck list, you should remember that I did, in this specific duel, I did main deck Sanctify in the place of Garura. It's only after this this match, a few other games, I decided, okay, let me put Sanctify in the side deck. But you know, the whole point is we have access to Sanctify. So opponent normal summons the Rocks Rose, goes into Striker Dragon. On raise, we are going to go Magnamut, targeting the Rocks Rose so we can set up Dragon's Mind early, but our opponent does have the Basil, which will not allow us to resolve Magnamut, so reborns the Rocks Rose. Summon effect here will add Red Rose from deck to hand. And then here my opponent is going to go Tempest, banishing both copies of Red Rose from hand to reborn itself, so it summons it. And then here I believe we do go Super Poly, I think. Yeah, we do go Super Poly, sending Brandon White, going to his Chaos Star Source, and then effect here will pop the Tempest. Cool. Opponent passes turn, luckily for us, he has no plays. But we just draw into Kobai, enter main phase, Magnamut, banishing, well, attempting to banish Rocks Rose, but our opponent does scoop there. So, yeah. Cool, we go to game number 3 now, so let's see how we do here. You'll see in our opening hands, we do open the Nibiru, Adlib, Forlos, Serenia, and another copy of Nibiru. Opponent opens Unicorn, Rocks Rose, Tidal, Tempest, as well as Nebulous, which is, yeah, Nebulous. Cool, in draw phase, we obviously are going to draw Forlos, like for us, no Ash. Normal special summon Unicorn effect, here we'll get the Birth. So yeah, here my opponent, he really did think a lot on what to do because Forlos was there. So normal summons Rocks Rose, effect here will add Basil, Rose, Shoot. Then here he will Synchro Summon going to Gen X. So we get a draw here, we draw into High Spirits, pretty good because I have 70 in hand. Activate Birth, reborn the Unicorn. But our opponent then sets the Basil Rose Shoot and he proceeds to pass turn. So we just need to deal with the Gen X, which can just only negate the Dark, Unicorn, Birth, and yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all we need to deal with. So into main phase, go Serenia as Chainlink 1 because we're trying to get rid of, you know, a monster so that Gen X doesn't have anything to use to negate. Here my opponent is going to activate the Basil, so we chain High Spirit, sending Serenia and Titan, and Albion the Shrouded. Cool. Luckily for us, because of how the chain link is, we can resolve Serenia before Birth banishes Retribution. So on res, we are going to go Serenia effect. Our opponent here will go Unicorn, I believe. Yeah, he is going to go Unicorn, banish the only Mirror Jade we have, and Rocks Rose will add Red Rose from deck to hand. Serenia dumps Retribution, and then obviously we'll follow up with Albion just to get us access to Brand Fusion. We join to Super Poly, which is good for us, but not right now with how the field looks at Brand Fusion. And then here we do go Brand Fusion, so we're going to send Albaz and Lubellion going to Albion. And now here I was afraid, yeah, my opponent, we didn't trigger Albion because we knew for a fact opponent will take the opportunity to use Birth. We might run out of material, so I decided, okay, no Albion effect, but on res opponent is going to go Birth, banishing Titan Declared, Lubellion, and Albaz. So yeah, we enter battle phase then, get rid of Unicorn, and then in battle phase still we're going to use Super Poly. We decide to use Gen X and Albion to go into Predator Plant, but honestly I guess I should have used Rocks Rose and... Actually no, should I have used Rocks Rose? Yeah, use Rocks Rose and Albion going to Chaos Star Cells, pop Birth as well as the Gen X. I could have done that, but I decided, you know what, let's put a monster negate, and also Predator Plant is good because now we affect the levels of his monsters, so he has no rank 7 plays. So we decide to do that, get rid of the last monster. We enter end phase Albion. Here we'll set Brandon Red because we do have the Adlib in the graveyard. So yeah, sets up lines for Chimera. Opponent draws for turn, he draws into Spectral, but here I believe in draw phase we are going to go Brandon Red, target Adlib, and we are going to banish Predator, Adlib, and Nibiru, going to Chimera because now we don't want our opponent's Birth to be online. This was a risk because, you know, if he opens another Kashtira, this all is for nothing. But Chainlink 1 Chimera, Chainlink 2 Adlib to reborn Predator Plant, and here we will draw into another copy of Lancia and High Spirits, but luckily for us we do have Lancia and Nibiru, so yeah, pretty good hand traps. We go to main phase, Spectral effect discarding itself and Tempest to add Burner as well as Redox from deck to hand. On res though, I do go Lancia just to stop any further plays. Lancia is pretty good now because now most of the Dragon Lords can't really do too much. All he can really do is search. So he uses Burner, sending itself and Tidal, and here he will special summon Blaster from deck. And then my opponent will normal summon Red Rose, and here we use Predator Plant, change Blaster to level 1. So now level 10 Synchro plays. And yeah, he has 2 dragons on field, but I don't know where he's going to go with this. He most probably is, yeah, I believe he accidentally tries to go for SP. So he links off into Striker, and he goes into SP, attempting to banish. And yeah, he kind of forgot that he was under Lancia. So yeah, passes turn, end phase, we're going to go high spreads. Oh, sorry, we don't go high spreads, my bad. There's no fusion, it's sent to grave, but we do draw for turn, we draw into Tragedy, which is good, because now we have Brand Fusion and grave, so we have a way of putting Tragedy in the graveyard. So main phase, we're going to normal summon Tragedy, change Chimera to attack, enter battle phase, crash Tragedy, well not crash, destroy Tragedy, so that's in graveyard, then attack with Chimera and Predator Plant to deal some damage. And then main phase 2, we are going to follow up with the Tragedy effect just to reset the Brand Fusion. Brand Fusion, obviously, remember we still don't have a Mergeate, so we're going to send Albaz. And here I believe we send a Dark because we're going for Libellion. Yeah, send Sarania, going to Libellion, and then Chainlink 1 Libellion, Chainlink to Sarania. Now here, I think we were trying to go for, what's its name? Yeah, I kind of forgot. Libellion can't summon Priscinion, because it can only summon level 8 or lower. So with this Libellion, I think we do go for Quiritus. Yeah, here what happened was we do go for Quiritus, but what I should have done was I should have actually went for Sanctifier. I think if I could, do we have a, no, okay, we couldn't go for Sanctifier here because we don't have a, what's its name, a Spellcaster. So I should have maybe went for Albion, then going to Sanctifier. But the whole point is, if instead of Quiritus, the better play was to actually go for Sanctifier. Then Sanctifier can just reborn whatever. The whole point is to reborn Lancia and then lose Lancia again. And that's why we don't need to use too many cards in our hand. We can sort of keep the card advantage, I guess, if you want to say, if that's the right term. But issue is I just need to be careful what monsters I give to my opponent with Sanctifier. But yeah, I should have went for that plain set. But we go for Quiritus, pass turn, opponent draws into Unicorn. In draw phase, we are going to drop Lancia immediately. Opponent special summons Unicorn, effect here will search for Birth. We don't use Predator Plant yet, we decide to hold on to it. Activate Birth, reborn another Unicorn, 2 level 7s on the field. I decided not to use it. I said, you know what, let's see what rank you first go into. Normal summon the Redox from hand using Birth. Then here I decided, okay, we're going to use Predator Plant, negate that. So because I don't know if there was one. Sorry for the weird cut there. Anyways, yeah, so we made this level 1. So because I don't know what like Xyz monsters will acquire 3 level 7 monsters. Opponent then overlays into Big Eye and then declares its effect to steal the Chimera. Here I decide to use Quiritus pretty early. And yeah, honestly, yeah, opponent he had to just leave because he had a bus to catch. But yeah, in this situation I was thinking, you know what, maybe I still should have went for Sanctifier in this situation, because honestly Sanctifier would be better. We could keep the cards in hand, have a little card advantage, I guess. But yeah, honestly I was thinking of doing that. But yeah guys, I just wanted to show this duel because it was a pretty interesting match against Dragon Ruler Kashtira, where 1, we lost our Mergeate, and 2, you know, Dragon Rulers making a comeback after, you know, so many years, getting new support. So yeah, I wanted to show this deck list, and honestly this was the first duel after Alliance Inside was made official. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this duel. If you did, please do like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Cheers guys.